Hello everyone. This is Dave from Bobman MTG. We're going to enter another hour of Devastation. Hour of Devastation-Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. It is currently 2:52 a.m. So, I don't know if this is going to fire. Whoops. I do not know. But what I forgot to do was open the chat window so that I can see what's going on. Still got a minute. I still got some time. Pop out chat. Oops. Oh god, sorry. Stop what you're doing. Pause. Okay, good. The chat. Can I pop out chat, please? Oh, god damn it. What the hell is this? Enchant player. The beginning of each end-step, enchant player puts the top X cards of his library into his graveyard from anywhere this turn. Interesting. Eternal of Truths. Ooh, draw a card. Ooh, destroy an attacking or blocking creature. Still don't know. I just want to pop out the chat. How do I pop out the chat? There we go. Settings. I just want to pop out the chat, man. Oh god, that's a mess. Okay, I should probably pick a card, right? Should I try for mill? Seems like a good way to mill somebody out, but it also seems terrible. Alternatively, we take this, and if this comes back, then we try it. Afflict 2. I don't think this is aggro enough, really. Maybe I just take the removal spell. There's also the Hippo, which is a 5/6 trampler. Yeah, we'll just take this. Till end of turn, XX Rex is the number of creatures you control. River Hoopo. Flying 1/3. 5 mana, gain 2, draw a card. That seems pretty decent. Tap for 1 color of any mana, or tap exert it, add 2 mana of any color. That doesn't seem great. And these cards seem, I mean, this is fine. Search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped. I like the Serpent, it is hexproof. But this Hippo seems pretty sweet. I want to try out the Hippo, I haven't had a chance. Oh my god, what if... what is this? Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. Interesting. I like Riddle form, but I don't know if it's this high of a pick. Solitary Camel is a good card for a slow deck. I guess I go for Riddle form. Be like a more control-y thing. Because this doesn't seem like too exciting. The camel is probably better, but I don't know the pick order. Sacrifice a desert, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature. I'll take Riddle form. Swarm Intelligence. Doesn't seem good in limited. Seer. Tap, discard, mill 4? Oh, 3. Manolith is good. +2/+2. That seems decent. That's a good early game card. This is a 1/4 for 3. This seems like it could be good in a slow deck, so maybe I just take this guy. Wow, there's like a ton of these. I like strategic planning. I like the desert. I don't like this guy. There's more camels. It's a late camel. But I think I like strategic planning better than these. Either that or the desert, but we'll go with strategic planning for now. Oh my god, it's not enough time for me to just pop out the damn chat. Vigilance reach 4/4. Doesn't seem terrible. It dies to like everything. It's a late archer in my opinion. So a card. Vigilance reach 4/4. Alright, we'll take it. It's not exciting. Where did the pop out option go for the chat? Go away. There it is. Pop out chat. Finally. Jesus. I've been trying to do that for like 15 minutes, but I guess the window is too small. Let's move these. This is defeat? No. Flash Flyer seems good. Doesn't untap or unsummon. I like Unquenchable Thirst. I like having the cycling deserts. But I like Flash Flying. So we'll take this guy. Assign one to Naga. +1 and Trample. And I think my deck wants Hippo more than that. Spellweaver Eternal. Prowess Afflict 2. I guess it's more of an aggro card. I'd rather have the Oasis. The desert or whatever. Let's take a desert. Again, my deck is too slow for that card, so we'll take some mana fixing. Might just be a splash of white for farm. Depends on what comes around in the next couple of packs. Oh, that was just the mobile live dashboard telling me that I'm streaming. But I'm excited for the Hippo. What does this do? Tap 2 creatures or cycle. I'll take a camel. Not sure what we're doing yet. Let's put the Oasis in the sideboard. +3 is a lot. Mill card didn't come back, so probably not milling. We'll see. Somebody's gonna be milling. The card mills a lot. I don't like any of these. I guess the wall is better in a slow deck. Take another camel. There's not much fixing in this set. Not much at all, really. Let me clear off the back while I wait. These picks don't matter. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, I gotta clear this off. I forgot. All right, what do we got? Samut. Not exactly in red, but what does it do? Deals 2 damage, +1 double strike. It's red though. What am I passing up on in my colors? In green, blue, or white? In white, Sandblast. I mean, it's gotta just be some. It's a planeswalker. Angel of the God Pharaoh, 6 mana, 4/4. How good is a 6 mana 4/4 flyer? It's probably good enough because that's cycling. Not sure about blue at this point. With eyes wide open, I can search out Samut. 5 mana to give it plus whatever. Should I just take a Manalith so that I can do things? It's a 4/3 for 5. That's not really exciting. What are the chances I open another Planeswalker in the next pack? I'm gonna take a Manalith. Yeah. Consign. No. Life goes on. Alright, so there's nothing in our colors. So I guess we take this because it's slightly better than unsummon. Or we can take Frilled Sandwalla. Get out of here, what are you doing? Turn a non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Alright, I'll take it. Overcome. +2/+2 and trample. Another Beneath the Sands for fixing. I just take Unquenchable Thirst or Desert. I only have one desert so far. And I'm not 100% sure about blue, so we'll take a green desert. Gilded Ceradon. Unconventional Tactics. +3/+3 and flying. Recycle or discard a card. It's +1 and can't be blocked. I don't like any of these cards. Sure, we'll take... No, we'll take the Survivor. What is this? Unraveling Mummy. Wow. If I was in mummies, that would be awesome. Take another Vigilant Reach. A Strategic Planning. Maybe a Traveler's Amulet. Take a red desert. If I take Traveler's Amulet, it leaves me better off in the mid to late game. My curve look. This looks like garbage. That's 3 mana. Right now we're mostly green-blue with some really good white cards. Oh, I'm like way off camera. I didn't even realize. White Desert. We got tap, gain 1 life. That could add up, but I only have 2 deserts right now. So I think I have to take another desert instead. I don't want this hippo to do things. I also want Samut to do things, but it doesn't seem like this is the right deck for Samut. Does you sacrifice any desert to give a creature +3/+3, but it's a lot of mana. That's really not that big of a deal. I guess the deserts are a higher pick than I realized. I don't have much cycling. I've got a couple of them. I'll take the Sandblast or Survivor's Encampment. I think I need the Sandblast more. I need some removal. Not playing that. Not moving into black. I don't like this card though. This is not the best deck for Samut right now, but you're right. I like the card. It's just this does not seem like the perfect deck for Samut. My creature's 11. Yeah, this is kind of garbage. This is what I call garbage. Ugh, so many life goes on. Alright, Unquenchable Thirst was good. Anybody want to see a pile of garbage? The reason it's not the deck for Cement is not only do I not have enough creatures. Oh, is this a new perspectives deck? Probably not. But I'm many colors, which is not great. Just take a Colossopede and go really long. Just do. Activate. Never playing that. Either Aven Initiate or Colossopede. I could play Naga Oracle if I want to be like super slow, but I guess we're going with the old. Actually, how much green is in this deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to play this hippo. I have no idea if it's good or not. I just want to play it. This is garbage. This is all garbage. Could just be a blue-white deck. Alright. In case we just end up blue-white, I will take Haven Initiate. Champion of Ronus. Crocodile. Alright, so we're not blue-white anymore. We are still doing what we were doing before, which is making a pile of garbage. Crocodile. Don't have much to put into play with champion. Honored Hydra? Okay. How much white do we have? Can I just take out all the white? Really? What is happening? What is happening? This is getting real bad. This is getting to be real bad. Initiate's Companion goes in the green-red deck that I was building, apparently. So take Labyrinth Guardian. Let's do a white. Take out the white for a second and see what this looks like. Get out of here. Alright, so I don't think this is good enough for what I have going on. I'll take the Labyrinth Guardian. Javelineer. Not playing Slitherblade, no matter how much I like it. I guess Gift of Paradise? Or Manticore. If I'm sticking to the red plan, Manticore fits really nicely in my curve. Grasping Dunes. Quarry Hauler. Spidery Grasp. This is not a Pathmaker's Initiate deck. Quarry Hauler goes okay with Crocodile. And Spidery Grasp. I don't have too much for untapping. So maybe I just need the Quarry Hauler. Scaled Behemoth. Greater Sandworm. I love Hexproof. And I love Sandworms. I feel like at this point the deck doesn't really need the cycling as much as it needs creatures that don't die. But by that point in the game, this Riddle form is so garbage. Alright, 7/7 or Hexproof guy. I feel like the matchups that I'm going to have the most trouble with are Sandworm solved. I'm never playing this. I'm not playing this. So I guess I take Miniature Sure Shot just in case I want it in the deck. Don't have enough non-creature spells for that to be good. Limits of Solidarity. This could be a limited deck, but I'm not going to play any of these. So I guess I take Renewed Faith. Alright, Essence Scatter real late. Cancel. Put everything in. Let's pretend that we just played sealed. Let's look at our pool like it's a sealed deck. So we've got 2 green deserts, 6 cents. Neither of these are good. Haze of Pollen's not good. Get out of here. We're just gonna pretend that we're playing sealed. This is what happens when you don't learn the pick order. So, always learn the pick order. We have 23 creatures, so we can just play all our creatures. That would work. Get out of here. Root Wall is fine. 6 Sense is definitely not ending up in this deck. I don't think Riddle Form's ending up in this deck. I don't think that's ending up in the deck. Beneath the Sands... Hang on, let me resort this. What are you? 2 mana, 3 mana. Renewed Faith's not ending up in here. What's white? The camels, a sentinel, and an angel. We got sandblast and farm to market. I don't think those are compelling enough reasons to stay in white. Do I have removal spells outside? I have quench. I have consign. I don't have any removal spells outside of white. I don't think Sure Shot and Manticore are good enough reasons to stay. I'm going to keep this in because of the Manolith and possibly Beneath the Sands. I'm going to leave. Here's what I'll do. Take out Manolith because I don't like it. I will take out these guys. I don't think I know what I'm doing. I don't think Samut is a reason to like. I don't think this is good enough for me to keep this in the deck. So we're just gonna cut red completely. It's not worth it. Where does that leave us? 2 white removal spells. It leaves us in a very control-y deck with some like bad creatures in the early game. And like some aggro creatures in the early game. But I think we cut them and just go for the long game. So we're going to leave in that guy. We're going to leave in Labyrinth Guardian. We're leaving the Hippo. Take out this guy. Take out Disposal Mummy. Take out Seer. That's never going to happen. I'm not milling. This man is gonna be a bitch. I would take this out, but it has cycling, so I really don't want to take it out. And the camels can save us for a while. Crocodile is not even bad on defense, though, so I'm not going to take Crocodile out either. Vigilant 2/3 for 4 mana. I don't think you make the deck. Flash Flyer is still good. Vigilance Reach is still good. I would take out Cunning Survivor, but I need some early game. I don't have much going on early. I guess I could put in Riddle form. We've got... Why did you go over here? Group separate. We've got 10 non-creature spells. So the Riddle form is actually fine. Unfortunately, a lot of them can only be really used on our opponent's turn, so maybe that's not... Actually, that's not good. No, we're not going to do that. We'll leave in Survivor. And Renewed Face costs a white mana to cycle, which means if my problem is it's in my hand and I can't cast it, then that doesn't help me. So we've got 24 here with a Traveler's Amulet, Beneath the Sands, which cycles. You cycle, you cycle, you cycle. So yeah, this seems like it's a 16 land deck, even though it's got a high mana curve. I've got 4 cycling cards and Traveler's Amulet. Alright, so we'll put in our deserts. 2 green deserts. Which means we're going to do 2 plains. Oh, yeah. Wants 3 plains? Get out of here. We're not playing. We're not going there. 5, 5, 3. So that's 7, 4. No, I'll do this. So that's 7, 6, 3. Yeah. The white is not as important as the blue. Like, I have to have double blue for cancel, which maybe cancel should come out from Monolith. Alright, we'll do that. And if the game is going long, if our opponent's playing the long game, then we'll switch this for cancel. And the seer. But the removal is just white, so I really can't just not be white. Alright, let's see what this pile of garbage does. We're basically playing sealed, that's what this was. I should have just taken some mud and not gone into red, but the Manticore made me think that red might be a good idea, which was a mistake. How much is somewhat worth? MTGO wiki price. That's where I go to check. Samut, voice of dissent. Join match. Samut is worth 0.35 ticks, right? Oh, 0.47 ticks. I love how the Magic Online economy is just like complete garbage. Alright, no blue sources, no cycling. Mulligan. Alright, we got camel and some removal. Don't want second green. Start off with a green. Main reason is we have do whatever you want. We have more green sources than anything else, and if we draw the desert, we want to be able to cycle it. Whereas if we drew the white desert, we might want to keep it. Painful lesson. I'm winning. Alright, so if our opponent's playing the slower game, maybe I just play Beneath the Sands. Ramps me a little bit. No, we'll get the camel out. We'll play a camel. A nice little 3-2. Maybe beta removal spell. One thing I really like about Hydra is I've gotten got before with that Consign to Dust. Ooh, hasty 2 power. Alright, so I'd like to draw a desert, or we could not draw a desert. Alright, so we're playing Beneath the Sands. Am I? Yeah, I'm not gonna use a removal spell on that, so we'll just get our land. And I think it's gonna be a green. I don't need double white for anything. Like, there's no way I'm playing both of these on the same turn. Actually, most of my low drops are blue, so I would want a second blue. I really only need the one white source. I'll pass. Winning the race still, but our opponent has the mana advantage. What does this do? Can't block unless you control another zombie. Well, good thing you have the bat. Opponent passes. Alright, so we'll just leave up Flash Flyer. It blocks the bat. Or it eats a removal spell. Again, not wasting either of these on these little guys. 6 mana. Alright, let's flash this in and see what happens. There's a lot of good removal spells that my opponent could have. But we're going to try to prevent some damage. Still want to draw lands. Yeah. Alright, so he saves his bat. Kills my even. Trades there. Considering cycling the hippo. We'll just play flyer. Opponent has another removal spell for it, so be it. We take 2 damage. But we're not drawing lands, so we're kind of don't have many options here. If our opponent's removal spells are like the put a -1/-1 counter on your guy, and oh, well, that's a good one. Or discard a card. Nah, we'll take 3. It's gonna add up quick, but if our opponent has like all removal spells in their hand, then it's gonna be a rough game. What do we got? Camel. Alright, we drew a land, which means we can thirst this and leave up. I really don't want to kill this thing. And this means I don't have to worry about killing the bat. I can just leave it there. So that, why didn't I want to kill the bat? There was a reason. I don't remember. Does my opponent control a desert? Yeah, they do. I would have to discard a card. I'm not prepared to discard yet. I'm gonna 7 mana. I guess I keep the hippo for now. Alright, we're gonna play our desert. And we might actually need to farm the stupid camel if our opponent's game is to just chill. Unfortunately, that means we have to discard something, and I don't want to. Nah, I guess I let the camel hit us again. It's risky, but I can't just throw away a removal spell on that stupid 2 power creature. We also might draw blanks, which would be nice. Now let's play Hydra. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, so this Hydra might not live. I would rather have played the hippo in case our opponent's holding final reward. That way, if the hippo does the final reward, this is more likely to end up in the graveyard for its embalm. Alright, opponent plays a 4/2. Unquenchable thirst. You know what your problem is? That you're drinking sand, and sand isn't gonna fix it. Combat. Opponent passing. It's fine with me. Alright, now Camel has lifelink, so I think that's the play. Yeah, because we can play Camel and leave up like farm in case our opponent wants to like kill our stuff. So I'm actually going to attack our opponent for 6, which is risky, but we'll have Camel and removal spell. So we'll have the option to lifelink if our opponent doesn't kill our Camel, and we'll have the option to farm something if our opponent wants to get like aggressive and use some sort of pump spell. I'm tripping. This is like one of the reasons that I like drafting is, especially with the newer sets, like sometimes you end up with what I like to consider a pile of garbage just because, you know, you don't know the pick order, you don't really know what's going on. But there's a lot of times when you can still outplay your opponent even with like some garbage as long as you know what you're doing. Alright, so he gets to kill my guy. And we're going to have to farm this, take 2, or take 1 billion. So we're going to take 5. And we can't kill our opponent on the crackback. Or we could take 6, go to 1. I don't think there's much of a difference. And if he doesn't have a way to untap the bat, we're better off. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're dead. Okay, we were dead either way. That's a shame. I don't want to play Haze of Pollen, that's for certain. I don't want to play Cancel against this guy. Yeah, I don't think my sideboard's really going to help. Alright, so we're going to leave it as is. Anyway, you can still outplay people. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work. Monolith gives us a reason to keep consigning. Otherwise, I'd want Seer. But Seer Mill's too slow. I would only want Seer against somebody who was, like, really slow. Literally doing nothing. We didn't draw our hippo. I wanted the hippo so bad. Or bird. Hoopo. It's a sad thing. Alright. Would I like to play first? I think so. Thank you. Alright, we got a desert, we got a wall, we got a crocodile, we got some stuff. I'll keep. I'm sold. Unfortunately, this is not one of the cycling deserts, but it does come in untapped, so I'm still going to play it on turn 1. It's not going to cost us too much life over the course of the game. Ooh, a desert from you too. Alright, let's get our duder down. 0-4 defender seems like it's going to be helpful against this guy, especially if I need to just, you know, drain to win the game. Yeah, I'm going to play it because we don't have a play this turn, and we have plenty of plays next turn. And we'll pass. Bat. Alright, we'll drain you. Oh, there's the Essence Scatter. I'll play the Aven Initiate. I don't really want to waste the Flash Flyer this turn. I'd rather use it as, like, a later gameplay. And I'm not leaving up Essence Scatter on turn 4. Especially when my opponent's color... Oh, he looked like he was color screwed. Maybe he wasn't. One plays a Fortune. I will trade. Oop. Drain you again. Does this not give me priority or something? That's weird. Alright, Crocodile 5/4 just dies to the, or trades with that, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave up either Essence Scatter or I'm gonna play the Monolith. And we'll leave everything back. This lets us leave up Essence Scatter and ramp a little bit. Don't really care about flashing this in. If our opponent uses their turn to kill Aven Initiate, it sucks, but it is what it is. I just want to keep big scary stuff off the board right now. And then if our opponent decides to go attacking, we get to attack back with Crocodile. But I'm not too upset about this board position. Yep, there goes that guy. That is annoying that you can do that. So we're going to take 6 now, down to 11. Yeah, you got me. Alright, drain you again. Play Crocodile, but trades with this. So we'll leave up Aven and Essence Scatter again. We'll also leave up Cycling for this card. Go into combat. Alright, let's see what happens here. He has a +2/+2 spell. It's feel bad either way, but at least I take less damage this way. Or Sandblast. Yeah, so at least we took less damage. Alright, we're getting really far behind now. Drain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I guess we play Crocodile. Put the counter on. Right. Put the counter on the wall. And then just sit back. Deck is like a turn too slow or something. One more mana and we get to bring back Initiate, so we really want to just survive a turn. Ugh. So we're going to 3. Or we can block. No. We'll go to 3. Drain ya. Not a good draw. Alright, so I guess we play Quarry Hauler. And leave up Essence Scatter. So if our opponent's out of removal, we get to block here, take 2 down to 1. But my guess is they either have a removal spell or a pump spell. And if they pump the bat, we're just dead. Even if they don't pump the bat, we're dead next turn. Alright, we will block you, and we will block you. And pump spell kills us. Yep. Rough, man, rough. Let's join another game. Always locating an opponent. Yay! I would like to play first, please. Thank you. This is a very different hand than the last one. We didn't see any of these cards in the last match, so this is going to be completely different. I'm going to start off with Labyrinth Guardian since our hand seems to support a more aggressive game here. And once our opponent decides what to do. There we go. Alright, let's not reveal too much information. I much prefer playing in person. I don't know exactly what it is about Magic Online that I don't enjoy. I think some of the game that I like is reading people's facial expressions. And you don't get to do that online. Alright, we'll get in for 2. I'm gonna actually play this guy. I don't want to leave up some sort of like bounce spell. I can just main phase play that. Like I can main phase bounce it. There's no reason to just leave it up. I feel like the same way with poker. Like, you play online poker, you're just losing out on so much of the enjoyment of it. I want to bounce this. Let's play strategic planning first and see what's going on. Put one in your hand and the rest on the bottom. I need a white source, so kind of have to take this. I'm actually going to attack with the Labyrinth Guardian and see what my opponent does. Like, so much of Magic and so much of poker is reading your opponent. My favorite format. Well, I don't play Commander. I haven't had much experience with it. The only time I played Commander was, like, just to test it out. I bought, like, I don't know, I spent like $500 on a Commander deck. And, yeah, our opponent's not blocking. Spent like $500, decided that I didn't like it, and then, like, sold off all the pieces and lost, like, I don't know, $80 overall. So, Commander's not my favorite, but if I gave it a chance, maybe it would be. I haven't played much Modern, but I think what I don't like about Modern is that it's supposed to be a more, like, what it looks like is it's supposed to be a more accessible and more fair version of, like, Legacy. But that's not what it is at all. Some of the most fun decks and cards are just banned and you can't play them. And then some of the most unfair decks and cards are not banned and you can play them. So Modern's not it either. Like, I've seen the gameplay with Modern. I think it's good. I think, like, a lot of the games are interesting. There's a lot of play to them. But then there's also some games that are not interesting at all. And it's just a blowout every time. So I think I'm bouncing this to make my opponent's next play less effective on the board state. Also, it gives me the option of using my mana next turn for something else. Yeah, I'll just bounce it. Go away. Alright, let's play our land. Let's play our wall. And then we'll also play our camel. So other than Modern, like, I don't play any Legacy because I don't have the money, or I haven't had the money for Legacy. But from what I've seen of Legacy, from, like, the games that I've seen, the decks that I've seen, I think Legacy is, in my opinion, the most interesting format to watch. And the most skill-intensive to play, which I think is better. The thing that I don't like, though, is there's not much, like, room for innovation in Legacy. It's not solved, but, like, every deck looks very similar. Our opponent was able to just dump a bunch of cards on the battlefield, so the bounce play wasn't super effective, but we get to lifelink a little bit. I am going to attack since we're sort of on the beatdown plan. And if this dies, I'll just bring it back. So the thing, like, I'm going to be really crazy. I like Limited a lot recently. Standard is good too. I mean, Standard is the format I play most. Wow, opponent's trading off. Interesting. Alright, so we'll just bring back our Guardian. And leave as 4 mana. I should leave nothing up, I guess. And I'll pass. Standard, I play the most of. I have been playing since Alara Reborn came out, which was when Cycles Sandworm. Alara Reborn, what year was that? 2009, 2010? Yeah, so about 2010. Before that, I played other card games. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. I played the World of Warcraft game. I played, probably not doing anything this turn. I played 2008. Long time. And then there are people who have been playing since 1993, and they're like, oh, you know, you've been playing. Is this sorcery speed only? Yeah, it's sorcery speed. I will. No, I'm not maybe do that. I'll see what our opponent wants to do. Yeah, there are people who have been playing since like the 90s, and they just think it's silly. Do I want to leave this in my hand? Yeah, I'll leave it in my hand. And I think people who are like, oh man, I was playing since Return to Ravnica. It's like, well, Some of us have been playing since beta or something like that, and like, good for you guys. Like, I'm just not as old as you are. Wow, mid-90s. Yeah, I had like when I was really young. This is weird. My sister like had a Magic collection. Like me and my brother were collecting like Pokemon cards or something like years ago, and um, my sister, who was like 5 years older than us, like gave us a bunch of Magic cards, and we never even looked at them. Like we didn't care about Magic, so they just sat in like opponent is done with this. The problem with shards, I collected it. I never actually played Pokemon. The problem with shards for me, as somebody who's just starting out, opponent's deck isn't slow enough to go for the cancel. They look like they were trying to be an aggro deck, so I don't want to do that. And I'm not gonna like try to sear somebody who's like mono green. The problem with Shards of Alara for a new player was drafting. Like, I started out without many cards at all, so like standard wasn't really good for me. And everybody at the store I was going to, Ice Age, if you still have those cards, I think they're starting to creep up. Going to the local gaming store, they were all playing. What were they playing? Modern or something. So like I could really only enter limited games. I don't think I can afford to go to 5 cards. And the problem with that was like you can't start off your first draft format with, shards block draft. It was terrible. Alright, we're gonna need the green source, so I'm actually gonna put out the desert. So like it was a nightmare. Like me and my brother were going to our local gaming store drafting and just getting like completely abused and not understanding how to draft it. It was so difficult when your first pack is all multicolored and you just don't know what to do. So it was a rough start to like get into the game at that point. Not to mention fairies was like the thing, so if you wanted to play, you had to just immediately lose to fairies constantly unless you had a good deck. Opponent is cycling. Stinging Shot. I'm glad that's gone because I don't think our opponent has too much interaction with flyers. And our first play is going to be a flyer. Opponent does nothing. Alright, we'll put out an initiate. Let's see what happens. Well, I meant like at the time. Like playing fairies was just... Playing against fairies in that format was just miserable. Like if you wanted to play constructed. I'll cast you. So it was either draft and get abused as a new player because you can't figure out the limited format, which is all multicolored in your first pack, and you don't know anything about like pick orders. You don't know anything about like bread and like how to draft correctly. And the other option is play constructed and just lose to fairies all day. Oh, they do have reach. All right, so do I want to trade off with that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm getting for 7 damage. Or I can play a sandworm. The most mana efficient play is to just attack for 4, hope that they trade that off, and then play a sandworm. And hope that their hand isn't all bombs. I appreciate it. It was nice having some sort of communication in the chat for once. So, feel free to come back anytime and have a good night, man. Ooh, third color. We got Jund versus Bant. Four, 5. Aw, I liked that guy. Oh well. Maybe next time. Luckily, we get to get in for 3. Eventually, we get to get in for 3. One day in the future, maybe. Yay, we finally made it. It's the future, everybody. One's on 14. See, our deck is so slow, it's like... Like, the most we can do is 6 damage by turn, like, 8. Our opponent has 5 cards in their hand. We have, like, 2 threats that aren't even exciting. Oh, thanks for the follow. That was late. My opponent's passing their turn. If that means they have the... I don't even know what they could have that flashes. It doesn't matter, I still have to attack. All of the destroyed attacking creature are in white, so I'm not worried about that. Open fire. That would have happened anyway. And we'll bring this back. I tapped wrong, but it's not going to matter. I should have played Amulet. It's a bluff. Alright, Watchers. That's late. If I played it last turn, I would have been able to get my Aven, I guess. But now our opponent's life total is creeping down quite nicely. We'll attack for another 9 damage. Deal 3. You got it. Our opponent's going to 2. Or not. Alright, this should end the game. One of these 2 cards should end the game. Unless our opponent was waiting for their 8th mana source. Which is possible. No, they weren't. Alright, so we're 1-1. Let's go for the last league match. I got my Freddy Fazbear behind me. It's over there. Over there. It's so hard to point because everything is backwards. Which is stupid because I should know where Freddy is on my dresser. And if I think about it, I know where he is. But if I don't think about it, I point the wrong way. Like, I keep doing that. When I'm trying to point to, like, the stuff up there. The, like, links. I would love to play first. GLH. I always point the wrong way. Well, now I'm pointing the right way, thinking I'm pointing the wrong way, so like you can see this is an issue. It's really slow, but I'm gonna keep it because I don't feel like mulliganing this. This is really slow. Alright, we're gonna leave the desert in our hand for now. I don't know what's gonna happen to it. Opponent plays the Frilled Sandwalla. Alright. You got a Sandwalla. I think I'm actually going to cycle the Beneath the Sands. Yeah, opponent decides not to. Oh, I thought this was Sorcery Speed. Oh. Alright. Instead of playing something, they just did that. So, in order to try to find like a better play than Manolith, I'm going to cycle this. Camel. Well, shit. Camel is not great when you have no deserts. Now our opponent is showing blue-green, which isn't generally super aggressive, but we'll see. Anything can happen in limited. This could just be off for like a splash card or something. Afflict 2. Alright, this lets us gain some life back and either kill their dude or... Oh, they're just taking it. Unfortunately, our only follow-up is Manolith. Gives us a blue source. Opponent gets to draw a card. Which is not good for us. And does nothing with it. Does that mean they have cancel? If they have cancel, I would rather play the sharpshooters. And I would also like to do it first so that I know if it's coming. I can choose what I'm attacking with. Oh, it resolves. Still gonna attack with the camel. If our opponent has the flash flyer, I'll still gain some life off of it. Oh, looks like they're just gonna take it. Yep. And we'll pass the turn. I would rather these things resolve than this thing, so yes, it's more mana efficient to play these, but I don't want them to get counterspelled. Right, activating the ability of the Sandworm main phase. I have Ambuscade. Yeah, it's gonna get in for 5 damage and draw them a card. It's a good engine if you have like really good removal spells with this, because it makes your opponent stop attacking you. The thing is, the lifelinker is doing so much work that I'm not gonna stop attacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I'm going to play the flyer since it's the smallest. And then next turn we'll play the Hydra. Like, we're at 18, our opponent's at 11. They have 7 cards in their hand. So, over the long haul, if they start drawing lands, they'll probably be able to draw out of this. Like, I'm still the aggressor. There's that guy. I wanted that guy. And even initiate. Alright, so now we're on defense. Definitely blocking this, or not. This is going to get real annoying. Alright. Still attacking with the camel. I'll leave a Best and Scatter because I have nothing else to do with my mana. But this is like, this would be my opponent's whole turn. Actually, they'll have 2 mana left. There's plenty they can do with 2 mana, but like, you either use this or you do something big. You can't do both. Chumping. Oh, double blocking. Okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of this guy. I don't want him to draw any more cards. I'll pass. I don't really care about this thing. I care more about drawing cards. But it gives our opponent way more turns to get the camel off the board, because the camel trades with everything. Going to combat. Most certainly blocking this. No, opponent does nothing. Let's attack. What do you got? Cycling. It's a cruel thing to give us such a sad song to such a colorful creature. Block with this. Oh, double blocking. Alright, he's gonna pump his duder. Yep. It's gonna take 1 down to 6. And I'll bring you back. It's not a cast, so they can't counter that. And we have up Flyer or Essence Scatter. Opponent is drawing 2 and either discarding or bouncing a land. They're probably bouncing a land. Actually, if they bounce a land, it's bad for them. Yeah. They want to keep their mana up and keep increasing their mana so that they can play a thing and have 5 mana up at the same time. 8 mana. Opponent's at 6, so if they tap out for something that's not good and we get to Essence Scatter it, or play the Aven and have like a bunch of power in the air, that's really good for us. Okay, opponent decides to draw a card and gain some life. We're at 8. But tapping down is real good for me. Oh, alright, opponent gives up. Alright, opponent is playing a slower deck, so I think these are coming in. And I think the Cunning Survivor's coming out, and something else is coming out. I want Consign, I definitely do. Huh. Definitely want to hit our land drops. I don't think the camel is as impressive. Actually, the camel traded with like every card on this side of the battlefield. And this cycles. It also lets us hit land drops every turn and ramp up a bit. Alright, I think actually, sadly enough, the worst card in our deck. No, Labyrinth Guardian isn't the worst card in our deck. Both these ramp. Traveler's Amulet thins. Nah, Traveler's Amulet's going out. Okay. As much as I like the Traveler's Amulet, it's just gonna come out. Alright, we got Guardian, we got Essence Scatter. I'll keep it. Manolith to fix a little bit. Play our blue and pass. Hippo or Hoopo. And in that case, I'll play Labyrinth Guardian. I don't think their deck has too many 3-mana plays that I definitely want Essence Scatter for. Plus, I kind of want to get something on the board. Not that it does anything with this thing on here. But it's going to get annoying real quick. Well, it does nothing. I can't attack. So I guess I main phase play Manolith. Pass the turn. Nope. Tragic Lesson. Draw 2, discard. Discarding Forest. Four mana. What do you got? The old 3-2. One passes. Alright, so I guess we'll play our Sharpshooter. It's the most mana efficient thing I can do. I can't really attack though. And once this thing starts getting annoying, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Luckily, we can start leaving up Essence Scatter and playing things soon, but after they hit their 5th land drop, it's going to be tough. Opponent did not hit their 5th land drop. Okay. I am going to attack. Unsummon. You got it. We'll play our Initiate and leave up Essence Scatter. Another Tragic Lesson. Interesting. Discarding a 1-mana creature. You got it, buddy. When it goes to 5 mana, they can start leaving this thing up. But I'd much rather if they played spells. Combat. No attacks. Opponent passes. Alright, let's attack with our Aven Initiate. This thing just seems good. It hasn't done anything yet, though. Just seems good. Opponent blocks, interestingly. Pump spell? Oh, you got it. Unfortunate for me, yes. I'll play this. If our opponent is canceled, that's not great, so we'll just bring this back. And since they can't counterspell that, that's better than just playing the Sandworm. But we'll see what they want to do with their mana. They have a bounce spell, it's really bad for us. But they traded Gift of Strength for half of the Initiate, which is not a great trade, but it's not bad. Especially because they're on the I want this game to go on as long as possible plan. Alright, plays a 1/3. And passes the turn. We'll go attacking again. And then we'll play our Sharpshooter. Opponent's taking it. Play our 4/4 and pass. Leaving up Essence Scatter. Oh. Nothing I can do about that. Combat. Yep. You get 4 damage. Not I can do. I think the only thing in my deck I have for Quarry Hauler is the hip what is it? Crocodile. So I'm not too worried. I just want to get some more power on the board. I wish that didn't even try to trigger if there was no counters on the board at all. But I guess there's plenty of times when counters can come up at instant speed, so you can't just say, you know, you can't just auto yield it if there's no counters on the board. But that gives us access to Essence Scatter and Sandblast. Unfortunately, our opponent's going to start drawing cards, and it's going to be real tough to win this game. Yeah, and they have a bunch of mana. Combat. Yeah, I'm gonna try to Sandblast this stupid thing. Fortunately, I don't have double. Oh, I do have double green. Okay. Opponent is drawing a card. I just hope that thing dies now. Sweet. What's happening? Alright, we'll take 3. What the hell is this? Isn't there 1 tap, untap a land? Why is this in a deck? I don't understand that at all. I have 8 mana. Alright, we'll go to combat. I don't think this is even a card, really. Oh, I should. Nah, the Labyrinth Guardian doesn't do anything. Opponent is just trading in the Prowler for a card. And I'm hitting always yield for no reason. Alright, so 4 cards in hand. There's a chance that they don't have any way to deal with this Sandworm. We'll see. Even if they do, they don't have much for, like, ways to not die. If they have lay claim, then it's going to be real bad for me. I'm just going to die to my own creature. 8 lands. Alright, if they start tapping out, I'm sorry. I did it to myself. But it's not like we have any way to stop it anyway. 17 cards, that's 4 activations. If our opponent gets closer to 3 activations, then I'll be happy. Alright, DOT doesn't do too much, except it allows them to block the Sandworm with 6 power. Oh no, they can pump it, so 8 power. So they could trade off 2 guys for the giant Sandworm. Or they can attack for 3 and put me to 10. That's your prerogative. I want to trade off both of these for Sandworm, or do they have a trick? Let's find out, shall we? 1 for 3, 7, and 4. Alright, pump. Yep, and weird. I don't understand that at all. Let's play Seer. Leave up Essence Scatter. This is only sorcery speed, so it's not like I could have done something crazy. One has 3 cards in their hand, so I'm most likely Essence Scattering anything. Imagine that. Creature starting bonus control, attack this turn if able. Oh, okay. 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. No, well, no, they can't do shit. Yep, you got 3. And our opponent passes. Okay. That's a good one. That'll save us from dying. But I can't really attack with anything, so we're just passing. Opponent can get in for 3, 4, 5. Because we can block something, block something. Or just 3. Alright, we'll destroy you. Taps our opponent out, which is nice. Oh, opponent gives up. Alright, so we got 2 packs, bunch of stuff. Check out my 2 packs. Why do I have more Amonkhet? I probably want to draft at some point. 6 qualifier points. Woo, woo, woo. Alright, so where's the league? The league. View previous deck. Okay, go away. It wasn't great. Not gonna lie. As you can see, the many colors here and also many colors here. Took some mutt because I thought it would be good, then did not play it. Not sure if putting in the 4 red cards over the 4, 5 white cards would have been good, but our removal spells for the entire deck were Sandblast and Farm to Market. So we take out white, we have no removal spells. We just get 3 creatures and Summit, which I don't think is good enough compared to Sandblast, Farm to Market, the Camels, and the Angel. Plus the extra Desert for being in white versus no Desert for being in red. We would only have 2 deserts. Not that it would matter as much actually because we're taking out Camels, but the... where is it? The Unquenchable Thirst would be worse. So it's tough. Cards that overperformed. What did we have in here? Didn't get to play this, but I feel like it would overperform. I think this underperforms, but the only game I casted, or the only match I casted, it didn't matter. I was too far behind. Wait, the Sands wasn't really exciting. Manolith is, everybody has played with that. Always good Aven Mission. I think the Reed Stalker definitely underperformed. It didn't have a chance to do anything with it, so there's that. Oh, thank you for the follow. Sharpshooters didn't do much. Basically everything died. So nothing overperformed. And I didn't get to aftermath anything at all. So nothing really. New puppy. I want a new puppy. I'm glad you had a good time. Yeah, nothing really overperformed or did more than I expected. Only some cards did less than I expected. Didn't draw this, or I think I drew it in a game I couldn't cast it. Anyway, not much really else to report as far as the... This is my 2nd draft with Hour of Devastation, so I still have a lot to learn. Especially the pick order. I'm going to be reading up on that so that future drafts are a little bit smoother. But that's going to be it for the stream tonight. I'm glad anybody who tuned in enjoyed it. I wish I had a new puppy. I would much rather be doing that than actually playing Magic Online, but I don't have a new puppy. I will eventually. A couple of months from now, getting at least 1 to 2 puppies, maybe more. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. I appreciate anybody who tuned in. I appreciate anybody who communicated in the chat. And even if you didn't, it's always nice to have somebody enjoy themselves, you know. So if you want to follow, there's links down in the bottom somewhere. There's panels to all the stuff that's up. Where am I? All the stuff that's up there. There's panels down there if you're interested. And if you're watching on YouTube, there will be links in the description. But that's it for me, so have a good night, everybody. Thanks again.